I am a contestant this year in the Miss Vamp Hawaii contest being held at the Hawaii Theater in October. I'm very stickler about what I eat, so I like to prepare everything I eat. Usually go to the garden, pick my vegetables, then I come up, I either train on my lovely pole, or I run and weight train to cross train. All of it is to be able to have better strength and more endurance for doing pole dancing. Really enjoy the concept much more than just a normal pageant because it allows all of us to actually dress up and really just get into the beauty of the clothing and the emotions and the creative side of being in a pageant. Most vampires, when you look in old vampire movies, the clothing they're wearing is very period pieces, very elaborate decorative designs, and it's more of a creative kind of endeavor where you're, it's just cookie cutter pageant. This is a little bit more creative, actually. I am anticipating some drama, but as of right now, no. I think we're all really busy trying to prepare and get ourselves ready for the pageant. So, and it seems like a really good group of girls. They're actually more supportive than anything else.
Miss Vamp Hawaii, the reality show, is sponsored by the New Otani Kaimana Beach Hotel, protected by Diamond Head and nestled next to Kapiolani Park. Chroma-Co, Hawaii's fine art printer, located at 866 Ivalea Road. MaliaInHawaii.com, belly dancer in paradise. Blank Canvas, located at 1145 Bethel Street. AlohaGraphic.com, conveniently located at 64 South Hotel Street. Closed captioning provided by DJ Nocturna and Lana.com.
My darkest time was when I came back to Hawaii from living in California for a long time. And I had moved back. I had no friends here. All my friends were still on the mainland. And I was personally going through a lot of personal issues, dealing with relationships and my own personal health. And it was a very difficult time, a very trying time. At that point, I decided to take a form of martial arts in order to deal with a lot of the anger and emotion I was dealing with. It wasn't the most pleasant thing to go through, but the reward is far immeasurable. You can't, I think it makes me who I am today, and it makes me that strong person where if I can make it through that, I can make it through anything. And now I finally feel confident enough that I can do this.
But when I'm watching Leilani's video of her interview where she's pole dancing, I kind of wonder myself, should I be taking pole dancing? Because I need to be getting up in the morning and having that desire and that endurance and that strength to actually do that and get up and feel good about, you know, myself. And
Leilani, you really are a dark beauty. I think everybody is going to be wanting to put a pole in their bedroom. I want to thank you for joining this year. We're so happy to have you and for sharing your dark time. And I admire your workout and your routine and how you figured out how to come out of your time of darkness. We look forward to seeing you on stage, and good luck to you.
My name is Gina Maeda Kaluya, or Emmy. I go by either name. I grew up in Hawaii from Pearl City, and I'm a pharmacist during the day. I went to school in California at the University of the Pacific and studied pharmacy and business there. And then I moved back home to be with family. And so now I just work as a pharmacist, but in my meantime, for my pastimes, I enjoy doing sewing, photography, baking, just trying new things. To me, it feels like Miss Vamp is a celebration, but it's a celebration of being a creative, strong woman. And it's celebrating the timelessness of being a woman. My darkest time, I think that would be in college, when I was trying to figure out what meant the most to me. Why was I doing everything? Why was I putting myself through being so homesick? Why was I putting myself through a big move and through, trying to make new friends? Trying to build a whole new career. Why was I doing it without a family close by or close friends? And it made me feel very lonely, just very alone, like no one understood me and no one was there to really help me or support me. And so that's when I had to realize that I had to be doing things for a bigger reason, for something bigger than myself, bigger than just friends or family. I had a lot to still be thankful for. Like my family, even though I was 3,000 miles away from them, they were still a phone call away and they still loved me very much. I wanted finding a creative outlet and different organizations to volunteer with, finding like-minded people. So photography has been the newest interest that I've added to my plate. My husband and I met at a photo shoot. So I started out on the opposite side of the lens. I started out with modeling, which got me into cosplay. And then I wanted to see what it looked like on the other side. So my husband more than willingly showed me how to start shooting photography, how to start editing. And it's been very interesting. I still have a lot more to do, a lot more to learn. But it's been fun trying to collaborate with models and other photographers, coming up with new ideas, new themes, and just learning new ways to get the thoughts and images that are in my head out to the world.
I really like what Gina said about the vampire Miss Vamp Hawaii Beauty Pageant. And I like the fact that she recognizes that Miss Vamp is a celebration for the creative and strong woman. Sometimes in life you experience the hardest times of your life, the darkest times of your life, but you learn from it. And it's not till later on as years go by that you look back and you realize why it happened that way. And I think that's what she was talking about when she said that she was really going through the toughest times, going to college and in California and missing her family. But I mean, look at her. Look at where she's at now. I mean, she's obviously a very determined woman, educated. She's a pharmacist. She's like my mother, and it's an amazing woman in many ways. And I really admire Gina.
Gina, we're so happy to have you competing this year in Miss Vamp Hawaii 2013. I really love how you talked about family and that a dark period of your time when you're getting an education and going away to college. I'm sure a lot of people your age group or anybody going off to college for the first time away from their family probably struggles with the separation and the anxiety. So I love how you mentioned that, but now it's amazing. It's full circle. You're back. You're married. You're doing what you set out to for your education, and I think it's wonderful how you're full circle back with your family, and you went through that time to figure out yourself and how to grow and to get an education, and we're just so happy to have you. We're pleased to have you, and good luck to you. We want to say good evening to our beautiful listeners this evening, our lovely feathered friends.
I'm sorry, do you know what I like to smell?
Oh God, I'm afraid.
No, I'm reminiscing back,
right.
Okay? Do you remember, like,
Ooh.
well, I don't know if they do it now, but...
well, yeah, I'm sure everyone's doing it now, but...
No,
Right.
You remember when you're about to take a test, and then your teacher passes the paper
Right.
to everybody, right? And then you turn it around and you smell it right away because it has that smell,
Right.
like ink.
Right.
Yeah.
We did discuss that once before.
Yeah, that's...
The ink printer.
But of course,
Right.
I don't know how they do it.
Were
these
you a
days.
teacher's helper?
Heck no.
Oh.
Were
I knew
you?
you were one of those.
Were you?
Yes, I was.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
No, I wasn't a teacher's helper.
Okay. And in some years I was the teacher's pet as well.
Okay.
There's always those.
I wasn't a teacher's pet.
You can-
You remember the movie called Legend? Legend.
Mm.
Beautiful movie. Remember that? It's a film. It's kind of
Why don't you
fantasy.
explain it a little bit, because there are many legends.
Well,
Okay. Next time around when you find your cliff notes.
unicorns. I'll just say it's unicorns and
Butterflies?
yeah, and dreams and fantasy.
I like that.
She wanted to hear Brian Ferry, but I couldn't find it when she wanted to hear. So I hope this would do for Tizana, the beautiful one.
The beautiful Tizana.
Let me tell you a story now about two people in love.
Let's listen in and find out how some of our beauty contestants found out about Miss Vamp Hawaii.
I saw it all over Facebook and I got invited to join the pageant by Nocturna.
I have been aware of the pageant since her very first Miss Vamp Hawaii, and she actually invited me this year to join.
Miss Vamp Hawaii was brought to my attention by a fellow friend of mine in the first year that they had run it. I decided to observe that year and actually not running it myself. From that, I liked what I saw. So the next year, I got with DJ Nocturna and go ahead and did my application for it.
The first time I heard about Miss Vamp was through Facebook. I had seen it last year come up on my newsfeed from DJ Nocturna's Facebook page.
I went to a bar in Chinatown. DJ Nocturna saw me and she's like, hey, do you want to be in the pageant? And Lana came over and like they were really interested. So I was like, heck yeah, why not?
And I just randomly saw a flyer, I think at some bar in Chinatown doing zombie makeup. So
I think that I actually first saw a flyer for Miss Vamp in Essentially Yours 3 years ago, and
You really want to know the truth because I found out about the pageant through a former student who's also competing in Miss Vamp right now. So Erica. So Erica was actually in my class, and then after she was done with my class, we became friends. And she was competing last year, so she sent out an invite, and then I found out about it, and yeah. And then this year we're in the pageant together.
Well, it's actually a funny story. I was walking inside of a store where I normally shop, Millennium, and I saw Nocturna there, and you know, she was talking about this reality show and the vampire contest, you know, and it sounded really interesting. So she asked me if I wanted to participate. So I said yes right away. and then she got hooked up too because, you know, she liked the idea.
Yeah.
So she's here.
Yeah, we actually work together. Yeah, Gloriana texted me yesterday, asked me if I would come with her, and then if I wanted to participate, I could. Yeah. And I was like, I'll just show up with you. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll look a little bit cuter than normal. And then maybe if it's okay, yeah, I'll participate. So now I'm here.
Friends. Through friends I saw at...
Go ahead. One of my friends is a fashion designer like me, so he told me about the fashion pageant before, and he was like, oh, you should run, so I joined.
I kind of have the same story. I was doing hair school, and a photographer told me about Miss Vamp, and he said I should do it, but I'd already missed the deadline, so then I decided to do it this year.
Let's listen to Words to Live By from some of our Miss Vamp Hawaii beauty contestants.
I live my life to the fullest and I make my own mistakes, and I feel that you can find happiness wherever you go and whichever situation.
I live my life by the phrase of just do it. If you really want to do something, make it happen.
I guess the best thing I can say is make the most of your life. You only get one try at it, so live it up.
I'll take a quote from what's tattooed on my leg. Laugh and the world laughs with you. Crying you cry alone.
Never think twice, because even though you make mistakes and you may hurt people, as long as you apologize to those people, then don't look back. Never think twice about your mistakes.
Feedback, not failure.
Cool. Let me think for a minute.
Yes. You can never be overdressed or overeducated.
I like it.
Yeah, so
I like it a lot.
That was one of my favorite.
I definitely can't think of an accepted phrase at the time, but something that I personally live by. They're my own words to live by. It's just don't be afraid. You know, if you're scared, so much of life is just going to pass you by, and there's no time for that. Literally.
Always forward, never straight.
Always be the best version of yourself.
For me, I actually got mine tattooed. I live by don't regret because you can't change the past. It already happened and you learn from it, so don't regret it.
Well, I like to do a lot of different fashions, so I think words I live by are wear what you want and do what you want, and you shouldn't really care what other people think.
I like that one.
Ooh, okay, do everything slow, mindful of the future so that you can succeed.
For me, well, I speak several languages. So one will be, it's a Spanish quote, it's like a way of saying actually, and it's like, no quedarse con la miel en los labios. And it means like, when you see something that you really want to do, or, you know, you feel like you should get the chance and do it, you gotta do it. So yeah, so I always try to. Mm-hmm.
Expect the unexpected, and don't mess with the ex. No, I'm joking. But expect the unexpected. I live by that, and I really do live life like it's my last. But I live my life to the fullest, responsibly. I don't do anything stupid because, you know, I don't want to look back and say I did this stupid thing and look where it's got me. So, you know, and another is help out what little you can, even if somebody's like, even if there's like the little help you can give, you know, it means a lot to that person. So I help out as much as I can, even if it kills me.
Stay tuned for next week's episode, Miss Vamp Hawaii, the reality show.
So 80s pop music is happening tonight at Bar 35, Lana. Are you going?
You know, what is your favorite movie icon?
Well, you know, I have a lot. I think I'm gonna be Marlon Brando. Can I be Marlon Brando?
Well, I don't know if you can participate in the contest. How much is you giving away for the contest tonight?
Well, there's a $150 cash prize for the best movie icon character.
Can I join?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, well, my favorite movie icon is Al Pacino. Come say hello to my little friends.